how-to video for a 2009 Ford WK Jeep Grand Cherokee temperature blend door. These are what I made, and this is what will come in the package. You'll get 10 strips of HVAC aluminum tape, the box, card. I have yet to print these, but these will have the instructions and QR code to the YouTube video. You'll get 3 of these little carbon fiber tabs to glue to the piece that you cut out, so it doesn't go too far in when you put everything back together. Very helpful. This is the original one, and to keep in mind, this is to be used with the Dorman repair kit. I have made a hole to where that will screw in perfectly fine. I will recommend using blue Loctite to throw it in there and keep it from spinning, but I've had this one in the vehicle for about 2 months now, and no warping, held up good. I've changed the foam style a little bit and the color of the material, but it's still PETG carbon fiber from my 3D printer. Let's get into it. So, when going through the glove box, I use this guy. If you can find a smaller one, you're gonna have a hell of a lot better time than I did, because this thing is massive to squeeze it in there. Did use a razor blade and this mix to get it open. This is the door. I'll show you where I cut the hole. So remove your glove box. You will find your actuator down here, clip to your actuator. Disconnect it, unscrew the actuator from here. The key spots on this piece here. You want to keep this hole, and this mounting piece all in the same. So make a big triangle. It goes in just like so. And those tabs will keep it from going too far in to where it'll cause the blend door to bind up against the wall. So top hole goes to the retainer, little white plastic piece. This bottom hole by my thumb is for the blend door, and this one is where you screw the actuator in. And then the second mounting spot for the actuator is right here. This is a retainer for the actuator. So you want to cut at the bottom of this hole along the side there, up and around the edge of it. It does curve here and go to the back around this point, around that hole, all the way down. Keep this tab on the housing. You want to cut in between these two. So hole, mounting piece, retainer piece. Cut a triangle around it, pull it off, and your hole should look something like that. Now let's get into the housing of the blend door. Back here you will see the little nub that the blend door does sit in to help it stay in place. It does move up and down, and you'll see this here. This is kind of like a slide for the shaft. Putting the door in. This piece goes into a little nub you see all the way in the back. Shaft here. Now, the orientation of getting this thing in is important because it doesn't have much room to move around in there. So you put the shaft in to the slide. Then when you're here, you want to fill it, go into that bottom piece, to where you can feel it. Just like so. So next step, after you get the door in and you make sure that it is actually in that little socket there, got to put the PC cutoff. Make sure you can JB weld, super glue, plastic weld, whatever you want to do, how to keep these tabs on. But I would put them in those 3 spots there, just like so. And once you have this in place, you put the aluminum tape in. And I will do that now and show you guys a finished product. All right, so that is pretty much the gist of it. Seal it up as best as you can, and there very well might be spots that you can't get to depending on how you cut it. Then you apply a small amount of blue Loctite on there. And screw it in. And when you put it in and screw it in, it does go all the way down, but you might have to back it out or tighten it a little tight to get it in there for the position for the actuator. All right, so once you have the actuator in, my best recommendation is to have the door flip all the way up, turn it, the knob to heat while the actuator is moving. Slide it in, make sure it is all the way in. Just lay down all the way, heat it, and then see that the actuator and the door do actually move. Let's see here. Car's not fully heated up yet, but got 104 in the vent. That's heat. It's y'all back to heat. There it is. You have yourself a work gun as your temperature lead one. Not the prettiest, not the most professional, but it works. It saves you thousands of dollars in having to remove your dashboard. I think it's a great fix for a problem that has never been taken care of. Everything works fine. Nothing rattles. You might have some air come out from where the tape is. It is truly a weird and difficult cut to completely seal, but once you get it there, you can always add more tape to reinforce it, to seal it up a little bit better. I will be sending strips of these. I tear it into small pieces and overlap it and try to get in there as best as I can with the limited amount of space, but it works. Thanks for watching.